Good evening. Good evening. This is George Lugo Jr. here from Queens, New York. I want to welcome you to the webinar tonight. What I'm going to be going over here is how to set up a killer lead magnet blog. Okay, you see, you're probably brand new into blogging. You are probably, if you are in blogging, you probably want to learn what's the right way to blog. Or if you're in blogging and not sure, you're confused, you are in the right place. I've been blogging for a number of years. Oh, there goes my call. Okay, we're good. Okay. I've been blogging for a number of years, and I've learned a lot of ways of blogging. I've changed a lot of my ways. And just recently, I was over at Live the Dream back in September. And I've learned a new way to blog, and ever since that day that I've learned the new way to blog, it definitely changed the way I'm getting traffic. It changed the way that I'm on Google, and I'm going to teach you all that tonight. I'm going to teach you from start to finish. Now, for those of you that have been watching me for a while at georgelugojr.com, there was 2 blog posts I did. One was basically introducing a website platform for you to blog on, and what the difference is between .com and .org and I'll discuss that in a second. And then I went over a host, and then in the next blog post I talked about everything else. You know, how to come up with a theme, how to put up a banner the right way, how to come up with your offer, content, all that. Excuse me one second. Got someone texting me, and hopefully they can hear me. Hopefully all of you can hear me. Okay, fantastic. Okay, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. So, so I went over a lot of that stuff. Now, for those of you that missed that, just head on over to georgelugojr.com. Not right now, but when we're done with this webinar, my blog out, I give away a lot of free training. And one of just make sure you have a pen and paper in hand. You're going to be taking a lot of notes. And I'm going to also put this up on my YouTube channel. I'm probably going to put this on my blog as well, so that you have some reference point to go back. And in case you missed anything, you can go right back. So let's start, shall we? So there's a few steps that I'll be going over. And so I'm going to read them to you. One of them is the website you're going to be using. It's very important. The next one is your domain. Domain is very important. Your host, okay? Your theme and header, that's huge. Your welcome video, your offer, your social networks, very important. Your tabs, you want to have your content and your plugins. And the most I love is the syndication. You put out some content out there, you want people to see it. So I'm going to go over syndication. Go ahead, and I'm going to start. I'm going to dive right into this. Let's screen share. Okay, here we go. So everybody, this is my blog here at georgelugojr.com. Over here, I show people I show network marketers how to generate leads, traffic, and recruit more reps into their business. And what I'm going to be talking about today is how to create a killer lead magnet blog. Now, I don't care what business you are in. I cater to the network marketing industry, but if you are in any other industry, these tips apply. So just whatever you see on my blog, just put it into your business, and I'm going to show you that tonight. So let's go over step number 1, which is website. A lot of people are confused with WordPress.com, WordPress.org. Some people use free blogs like, again, WordPress.com, Blogger, and those are very, very good. But just like anything that's for free, not that it's anything bad, but they're hosted by somebody else. And I'm going to get to hosting in a second. But as you already know, if you did something funny, let's say on Facebook, and Facebook didn't like it, what would happen to your account? You probably get a warning. And if you did it again, you probably get your account shut down. If you did that on Instagram, if you did something wrong on Instagram, someone else is hosting it. And if you did something wrong or something that they didn't like or they don't agree to their terms and conditions, they will probably shut you down. Okay? Just like with all the free blogging platforms that are out there, like Blogger and WordPress, and there's a slew of them. I don't know every one of them. But if for some reason you're blogging and blogging and blogging and blogging on these platforms, and then all of a sudden someone does not like it, they can shut you down. And that's the downfall of the .coms platforms for blogging. Okay? .org is a website that you have to host yourself. Okay? You have to host you have to host all your content. In other words, you're the owner of that website, which leads me into step number 2. Actually, step number 3. I skipped number 2. But let's talk about this because this is really important. Your host, when you host an account, you own the website. WordPress.org allows you to do that. Now, for those of you that set up WordPress.com and you're probably knocking yourself in the head, oh man, I did so much blogging on WordPress.com, now I got to transition over. Don't worry about that. As a matter of fact, you need WordPress.com because later in this webinar, I'm going to show you how you can use WordPress.com to your advantage. And it's going to show you some things that you actually need. So WordPress.com isn't bad. However, I don't recommend that you stay on that to blog full-time. If you're going to blog full-time, I recommend WordPress.org. Now, let's move into a domain. As you notice here on my blog, it's georgelugojr.com. If you are in network marketing, I recommend to use your name. If your name is taken, let's say my name was taken for some weird reason, I would use georgelugojronline.com or workwithgeorgelugojr.com. Okay, I hope you get the concept here. You use your name. If your blog, it really depends on the theme. You see, I'm all about branding myself. You know, I want people to come to me. It's that, you know, people don't join companies, they join people. And so with your blog, that's your hub, that's your home. And you want to brand yourself. You want to brand you. It's you, Inc. It's you first. Then whatever else you're promoting. Because it doesn't matter what else you're promoting, you are branding you. So it should be your name. If you are in IT, if you are in real estate, if you have a flower store, maybe you want to change that name to your brand name. Okay? You could be, I don't know, Mike's Real Estate or something like that. You may want to do that. You don't want to make your domain way too long. However, it's all about branding. You want people to know who you are and then come to you for your services. Or if you're building a blog just for that purpose, then I will pick a domain specifically to your brand name or to your niche. So I hope that helped you guys, and hope that you understand that branding is very important. They see you first, then your company. It's not your company, then you. It's always you first. I always recommend your name, but if you are blogging specifically towards a niche, specifically towards a brick and mortar business, or specifically a traditional business, then maybe just your company name or your niche would be okay. I personally, I like the name. People come to me first. Now let's talk about your host. I talked about it a little bit, but where do you get your host? Where do you get your domain? I recommend GoDaddy. Okay, GoDaddy.com. You could actually go to my blog and go under my resources. Just wait for it to load up. I am on a webinar, so my computer is a little slow. You go under resources, you scroll down, and it's just going. Okay, here we go. All right, right over here. You just click on that banner. You can pick a domain, and you get your account set up. Very, very simple. Okay, once you have that all set up, you're going to come up to your account tab like this. Okay, once you purchase a domain, preferably a .com, a .net's good, depending on what type of business you have. You're going to see this. You see, you won't see this web hosting yet, but you'll see domains. Hit manage, and it'll pull up all your domains. Okay. Once you pull up your domain, I'm going to actually pick a domain I'm not hosting so you can see. Let's see here. Okay. Where are the rest of my domains? Okay. Hold on. Let's give it a second, ladies and gentlemen, as they change this. Okay. Okay, here we go. All right, so I guess that's all I have. That's just fine. Okay, so what you would do is, let's say here, let's use this. I'm not hosting this one. Okay. It's an old domain I bought. Okay. What you're going to do is you want to add a host. You want to host this account. So actually, let me back up for a second here. I'm gonna back up. Okay. Let's click on this again. It's been a long time, ladies and gentlemen. I've hosted my account years ago. Okay, here we go. There he is. So what you would do is you would hit upgrade. And what I like about GoDaddy, they package everything. So as you can see here, let me scroll down. Web hosting, $5.99 a month, which is really, really cheap. But as you commit to longer months, which I do recommend, because it's $8.99 a month, but then if you pick the 12 months and you pay up front the 12 months, it comes out to $5.99. Listen, if it's your blog, ladies and gentlemen, I recommend to go as long as possible, because guess what? You may stop doing something. You may stop doing your business. You may stop doing whatever you're doing. But if you're building your brand, that's never going to change, right? You know, I can go from network marketing to, you know, working as a sanitation worker, but if I'm building my brand, it doesn't matter. So pick a long-term, you know, a blog is long-term. So once you pick your host, then that's when you take WordPress.org and you upload it into your host. Okay. Let's go back here. As soon as you host your account, you're done. You got your domain. You have your domain here. You have your host. Now you're all set. You're ready to go. So you got your website. You got your domain. You got your host. All you got to do is just upload it, and that's really it. And actually, what I like about GoDaddy, they actually teach you how to upload your WordPress.org website. It's really, really simple. Once you upload it, you're basically done, and I'm going to show you what you're going to see. So let me show you what you're going to see. Let's go on to my screen here. Once you upload WordPress.org, you're not going to have all this because I have so much content here. But basically, you're going to have a quick draft, and then you're going to have, you'll be able to make a post, things like that, which I'm going to go over later. But this is what you're going to see. So it's the back office of your WordPress.org, hosted by you. So that part is done. Now, let me show you the theme I'm using and why I'm using it. Let's go scroll down. Here, themes. So the theme that I'm using right now is called Z Style. It's pretty good. What I like about it is that it's got a customizable header, and it's a two-pole. This was my old blog, so I'm glad I kept this up because I want you guys to see this. I had a three-pole, content here on the right, content in the center, and then my actual blog content on the left. No customizable header. So where is the branding? Where can you put your brand out there? Very simple. Getting a getting a theme that has a customizable header, and it would show you. Let me show you how to search for it. Let's see. You go to. Let's go over here. Themes. Hold on. You can tell, guys, I'm really not that techie. Okay, so add new theme. That's how simple, guys. I said that this was going to keep this really simple for you guys. Make this really simple for you guys. You know, a lot of people think that blogging is very techie. It can be, but if you make it simple, it's really nice. You can upload a custom theme. You can go to a place called Fiverr.com. I love Fiverr. I'm going to explain to you why I use Fiverr. Okay. Okay. It is Fiverr.com. You can enter here in the search bar what you're looking for. So if, let's say, you know, in the beginning, I would suggest to pick your theme. Now there used to be, okay, here, you want to filter. So don't worry about the color. You want 2 columns, features, custom header. Here we go. Okay, custom header. That's it. Just those 2 columns, custom header, and then you want to go ahead and apply. There you go. These are all custom headers, 2-pole. Content on the left or the right. That's it. Nothing in the center. And these all have customizable headers. Okay. Once you have, so that's it for a theme. Now let's get into the header. Header is very, very important. Let's go back to my blog here. Now I'm actually in the process of changing my header because there's something that I'm missing here, and let me explain to you why. Freedom Development Marketing is my brand. On the right to my banner, I have my blog. Oops, hold on one second. Gotta get some more battery life. Hold on. Hold on one second, ladies and gentlemen. Need more juice. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back. Okay. So, where was I? Header. Yes. If you want to, you could also leave it as your name if you're in network marketing or whatever your brand is. You can put your brand there, And then you want your tagline. What do you do? What are people expecting? What is your prospects, your visitors? What do they expect when they come to your blog? Well, it says it right here. I'm showing network marketers how to generate leads, traffic, and recruit more reps into their business. So your banner is very important because your banner is the first thing that people see. As you notice in this, the reason why I like this this theme is because it's also right up on top too. Okay, helping network marketers with leads, traffic, and recruiting. I say the same thing in my custom banner. Okay, it looks attractive. People, you know, your eyes go right to it. Now, one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my photo to the left, and that's what I would recommend for you. If you're doing a custom banner, make sure your photo's to the left, your taglines to the right, or vice versa. Test it, see which one works better. Now, if a banner's taking too long, if you are a computer guru and you want to do your own banner, what I did was I grabbed this from Google Images and I took it to Fiverr.com. I said, clean it up, make it look all pretty. I'm putting it for my WordPress my WordPress banner, and just clean it up. I want this on the right, and I told exactly what I want. For 10 bucks, I got this banner done, and let me tell you why. You see, your time is worth a lot more money than you think. Okay, time is money. See, you can make money, lose money, but one thing you can't gain back is time. If you look at your clock right now, you'll never see that time ever again. You'll never see that date ever again. Okay, as I'm looking at my clock, is 9:27 Eastern. Okay, I won't see that ever again. I can't roll the clock back. Your time is precious. You'll never see that again. If you see 9:27 again, it's a different date. It's 24 hours later. So understand, you need to value your time. If you're taking more than 10-15 minutes to make your banner, even a half an hour or an hour, outsource it. Outsourcing is very important. I love it, and that's why I go to Fiverr.com. You can type in here WordPress banner. Okay, right here. And when the search comes up, here's what I recommend you do. Obviously, join the. If you join Fiverr, it's free, no cost to you. You wanna, it's already defaulted at high rating. You wanna make sure you click high rating, and then you can scroll down. They have reviews. Everything is here about that person, and connect it with your PayPal, and off you go. You can have them create the banner, or you can grab something like I did with Google Images, say, hey, do something with this, make it look all pretty. Because understand, Google Images, some of those images are not protected, but they are trademarked. So you have to be careful. So it's good that if you take something off of Google Images, that you have them just redesign it. You won't get yourself into any trouble, just as a side note. All right, so we're now moving on to your welcome video. My two-poll blog, I put all my search button, my welcome video, my offer, which I'll get to you in a second, everything I put on the right-hand side, and then I put my content on the left. You could do the opposite and switch that around. So I put a welcome video here, and this is something that not a lot of blogs have. I see a lot of blogs out there that do not have a welcome video. I learned a long time ago, I'm a video marketer. I love video marketing. And even if you're not comfortable in the camera, a lot is said when someone can see you on a video. How many times have you watched something on YouTube and they're selling something, and if you were able to speak to them, you probably would feel like you know them already. And if they spoke just like they spoke on the YouTube video, that's pretty damn cool. You feel like you know them, right? And I get a lot of that. I'll have people come to me they'll call me from a YouTube video. They'll hear me and say, wow, I feel like I know you. Understand that when people come to your blog, your prospects, your visitors, you want them to lower that barrier. You want to take them from crossing their arms to putting their arms down and listening to you. And the best way to do that is with a video. And my video just basically introduces myself, tell them what they're going to get from my blog, and then the call to action at the end is to have them come to my free offer, which I'm going to tell you in just 2 seconds. So I don't care what niche, have a welcome video on your blog. It's very, very important. It's just something that you need to have. You must have a video. It lowers that barrier for your prospect, and they will now trust you. People don't like to buy from people they don't like and trust. They like to buy from people that they like and trust. And that right there, and it's not because you're going to sell something on your blog, it's because you want people to trust you. And once people trust you, they'll come back, which leads me into your offer. Okay, you should have an offer. Okay, I have free weekly webinars. Join us each and every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time for invaluable training webinars hosted by my good friends, 6, 7-figure income earners, guaranteed to help you get more leads, more reps, more money in your MLM business. They enter their name, their email, and now they are on my list. Okay, so let's talk about that for now. This is very important. Your offer has to be free. Now, if you are in real estate, maybe you want to give away an ebook educating your visitors on what they should look out for when they're buying a home or buying a building or buying a piece of real estate. If you are in IT, maybe you want to give your visitor maybe a 5-video series on how to get their computer to run faster without deleting stuff or something like that. I'm not big in IT, but you know where I'm getting at here. Okay, if you have a flower store, here's a free ebook. It'll show you 10 steps to have beautiful flowers even on a rainy day or when the sun's not out. Something like that. You want to give something away for free in exchange for their name and email. So why would you want to do that? Well, as I said earlier, you want your visitors to come back, and the easiest way for them to come back is for them to get on your list. For those of you that are inside of network marketing, you've heard this term, the money's in the list, the money's in the list, the money's in the list. That's true. If you have a way to grab their name and email, even their phone number, where you can most likely call them, okay, like that you create a relationship with your visitors. You want to create a relationship with your visitors so they can keep coming back to look at your blogs. You would need an autoresponder, and to access the autoresponder, all you would need to do is go to my resources tab. Just give me 1 second. And you scroll down to where it says Aweber. Here. I like Aweber. I think Aweber is the best. It's a autoresponder, email marketing system. And with this Aweber system, you can create a form right on your blog, right through Aweber. Or you can grab a form from, let's say, a capture page that you have. Let's say you're already creating a list somewhere else. You can go ahead to the capture page and then grab the HTML. Right now I'm going computer talk right now. And you can throw it in the box. Or you can go to Aweber and do it that way. So let's show you an example. So let's go into my Aweber account. into one of my Awebers here. And let's see here. All right. And you want to go, let's see here. List options, custom fields. Here we go. All right. So here's custom fields. Hold on a second. Haven't done it in a while. Oh wait, Signup Forms. Yeah. Okay, here it is. Signup Forms. Click on it. Okay, I already have one created. I'm not using this one, but as an example. Everything here is editable. So you can add a telephone number, an address, name, add the fields here. And you can basically write anything you want. You can change your text. Then when you're done, you put your link where you want it to go to, wherever you want it to go to. So you name it, and is your thank you page. So basically, this is the website they go to when they enter their information. In my case, it's a website. In your case, it might be just to your first email to them. Go to step 3. I want to install my form. You pick raw HTML. You copy this. Go to your blog. Go to your dashboard. I'm going to assume that you're picking my theme so that you can follow me. You want to go over to the widgets. Here you go, widgets. And over here, you have sidebar top. Okay, so I already have some stuff already, but you want to find the one that says text box. I already took it from here, otherwise it'd be on this side. You take your text box, you bring it over, you open it, and your HTML goes in here. You click save. I'm not going to save it because I already have mine there. So when you go to your website, you'll have a form. Okay? Now, if you have a capture page already and you want to grab the information on the capture page, let me just show you what I'm talking about. My goal here, guys, is to deliver. So I'm going to show you. Okay. Oh, by the way, guys, daily wake-up calls, 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern. Guys need some inspiration, motivation. You want to get into 832-551-5901, 832-551-5901, and the PIN code is 100-669. Again, line hit pound. Doesn't matter what business you're involved in, it's a wake-up call. Okay, so let's go into my websites here. Hold on. Assistant campaigns. And so weekly webinars, here we go. All right, so this is the website that has this form here. Let me make sure the video doesn't go on. Hold on one second. Okay, there we go. So now you want to go to the page source. All right. Love this stuff, guys. If I'm losing you, just you don't have to pay attention to this part. I showed you the easy part. For those of you that are a little bit more advanced, this is something that you may want to do. So when you look at your website, you wanted to grab just here, all this here. This is your capture page. Your capture page probably doesn't have all this stuff, but for this example, I use this website here. And so what you need to do is, you see where it says free weekly webinars, you are going to take your mouse and drag over all this. See, text, here's the name, and you're going to drag until it says, let's see, images, yep. You're going to drag until it says, hold on. Okay, that's it. You're going to drag until it says submit, submit source. That's your button. And that's when you're going to stop at div. You copy this, you put it back into your blog, you put it into your widget, and there you have it. And that's how I got that. So there you go, guys. I did not write all this in. All I did was a copy and paste. So again, if I lost you guys, I apologize. But even if you're brand new and you have a capture page, all you have to do is grab the HTML, put it into a text box, and there you have it. And I'm going to be going over, you know, I'll be going over a lot of the plugins later as well. So let's move on, shall we? Social networks. You want to make sure that people can connect with you on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google+, Instagram. I love Instagram. You see, here's my Facebook fan page. For those of you that, excuse me, sorry. For those of you that are connected with me on Facebook or not connected with me on Facebook, go to facebook.com/George Lugo Jr. and you can go to my fan page, or you can go to my fan page right from my blog, which is pretty cool. Okay, everyone should have a fan page. If you're doing business, you should have a fan page. Okay, your fan page, there's a plugin which I'll show you later for that. Instagram, how I got this is from Econosquare. Okay, so Econo, that's ICONO Square, Econosquare, and they give you the all the plugins and the widgets to put this in here. Okay, so that's it for social networks, and also follow me button, and that gives you Facebook, Twitter, Google+, all that good stuff. Okay. Next is tabs. You want to have a home button. You want to have an About Me page. And let's go to my About Me page. Okay. It's very important. As I said earlier, you want your visitors to connect with you. You want them to feel like they know you. And, you know, just write a little story. Write a story about yourself, your background, and what your intention is for your blog and what you want to do. You know, I'm sure you want to help people. I'm sure you want to show people, you know, how to, you know, in my case is I want to show people how to recruit people. I want to show people how they can generate leads and traffic. Maybe you want to show people how to buy better real estate. Maybe you want to show people that, you know, if you want your computer fixed, you got to go to the right people, and I'm that person for you. What is your intentions? Who do you want to become? Who do you want to show that person that's watching you, that's a visitor, saying, hey, you know, why do I want to use George Lugo Jr.'s services? So something like that. So I hope you understand where I'm coming from here. Again, it comes down to a relationship. You want your people that come and visit your blog, come again, and that they feel comfortable. They feel that they can trust you, and that's what that whole idea about a blog is. All right. Now here's my fun. This is the fun part, and I'm going to talk about the content on your page. And I see this a lot, and we're almost reaching the end. So this was real simple. I see a lot of times on blogs is that you have a theme, you have a tagline, in other words, you're showing people what this blog is about, yet the blog is talking about a whole bunch of things. Give you an example. Over here, how to generate leads, traffic, and recruit more reps into their business. Maybe they'll have a video. Not too many people have a video. And the video will talk about, I don't know, let's say it'll talk about travel. And then here in the the free offer, you show people how to make money through postcards. Okay, and then the content here on the left is a whole bunch of stuff, life, about cars, about some stuff about generating leads and traffic and recruit more reps. Hope you see where I'm getting at here. If you have a blog and a tagline, and the topic is, for me, recruit more reps, generate leads and traffic, and I'm talking about a whole bunch of stuff, my offer doesn't make sense, my video is way off topic, you're going to lose your visitor. So if you want visitors to come back to your blog, if you want people to come to you, if you want more people to stay on your blog, everything has to be relevant. Everything has to be the same. And here, so I'm going to give you an example. As I said earlier, showing network marketers how to generate leads, traffic, and recruit more reps into their business. My video talks about me, introducing me, and at the end of this video, oh, and by the way, your video should not be longer than a minute. If your video is too long, you'll lose your people. My video is a little long here. It's 1:41, but that's really pushing it. I would stick to a minute. I did this video a long time ago. Okay, your video's introducing yourself and telling them about your free offer. And then you see my free offer is free weekly webinars to help people generate leads, recruit more reps, and make more money in their MLM business. Enter your name and email. Over here on my content, I talk about generating leads, recruiting more reps, and getting more traffic. And I'll stick in there some inspiration. That's part of that's part of it. Inspirations for any business. So as you can see here, 3 tips of using Instagram for marketing your home business. What website to use for content marketing blogs. That's actually what I was talking about earlier in this webinar. 4 steps to have success in network marketing. What are the most profitable home businesses to join? How to become more grateful in your home-based business. See the trend here? Talk about home-based business, $10,000 per month, and MLM a myth. How do I build confidence in my home-based business? How to use Instagram as a marketing tool for your MLM. I'll go one more and that's it. Oh. See what happens when I want to go one more. Prospecting on the holidays about your MLM business. You know what? Let's go one more. just so you see that everything is relevant. There's a MLM genealogy list, a good investment. Okay, so I hope you get the drift here. If you have a blog and your blog is, if you're showing your visitors, you're talking about a certain topic, stick to it. Make sure your banner says it. Make sure you're offering something that's relevant, and make sure that all of your content is relevant. Okay? So now let's get into the plugins. This is really, really important. Okay? Now, I'm going to get into a little bit about how to post. Posting is really simple. There's one step. I'm going to give something away for you guys. You're going to go to google.com before you do any post, because now I'm going to actually get into a little bit of traffic. Your Google keyword planner. And it is the first one here. Click on it and sign in. Okay? Or if you don't have an account, create an account. It's free. We love free. Okay? This is very, 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 very important. Now, while this is loading, I'm going to take you back to my blog. And I'm going to show you my plugins. Stick around, ladies and gentlemen. We are almost wrapping up. But before we wrap up, I am going to give you some value. I'm going to give away some golden nuggets here. So let's go to my plugins. I'm going to show you the plugins that I use, why I use them, and how you can use them on your blog. All right, let's stick to active. We don't need to see all of those. I'm going to show you with which plugins are a must. MB YouTube widget, very, very important. That widget, instead of you having to embed your YouTube videos, you could just take your YouTube share link and just put it into the widget. Okay. Akismet, that is a spamming plugin that takes all your comments that are spam, because as you put out blog posts, they're going to get on the web, and you're going to find a lot of spammy people trying to spam your blog posts. So this will take care of that for you. All-in-one SEO pack importer. Now, I will say this: if the SEO WordPress by Yoast, okay, Yoast by WordPress, forgot the name. If you can use that, that's much better. I'm going to show you. Let me see. Maybe it's under the activate. All right, I'll show you in a second. But this is okay. The all-in-one SEO pack importer is good, but if you can get Yoast, that's also free. Just type in Yoast when you want to add a plugin, and that's much better. And why? Because it tells you, it'll give you green lights and red lights. The red lights mean there's a problem with your article. Green lights mean everything is good, and then you can go ahead and post. Okay? Gravatars are important. Gravatar, basically, you go to, I believe it's gravatar.en. I believe that's what it is. And you just register your email with a photo. And when you go ahead and post on another blog, your photo comes up. That's what that is. Comment love. Comment love is great because when someone comments on your blog, it actually leaves a link of their last blog post, leaving them a backlink onto your blog. And people love that. I'll explain to you what a backlink is in a second. Facebook members, self-explanatory. Basically, you see your a like box with the with your followers on there. Follow me is that tab that was on the right-hand side. Google Analytics. You know, I haven't really played with this much. My cousin's an SEO freak, and he told me to put that in there. There's a code in Google that you can throw in there so you can track where your traffic is coming from. But I have another plugin that's real simple. Instagram badges, Jetpack by WordPress.com. Ha! Remember how I told you early in the webinar that WordPress.com is important that you keep it? It's because of this plugin. This Jetpack will show you where your traffic is coming from through WordPress.com. You need a WordPress.com. So if you haven't set up a WordPress.com, set up one, then get Jetpack by WordPress. That'll share your post and also show you where your traffic is coming from. I'll show you in a second. Link Love, don't worry about that, Link Love. OnlyWire is very good. You can get an OnlyWire account for free. That'll also share your content for you. Platinum SEO Pack, I use that to go along with the all-in-one. Pretty Link. Let me tell you about Pretty Link. I love Pretty Link. The reason why I like Pretty Link is because with my blog, it's georgelugojr.com. So let's just say you're promoting an affiliate link. Let's say you're promoting a webinar like I'm doing here. If you notice that everything that I do is georgelugojr.com / georgelugojr.com / and then whatever I want to name it. And then I can have it forward to wherever I want. So I'm keeping my brand. I don't know if you got that. georgelugojr.com / okay, whatever your brand is, bobsmith.com / okay, itconsulting.com / mikesreal.com / people love to play with these links up on top here, and sometimes they'll wipe out after the / they'll still come to your blog. That's another way to get traffic as well. People like to play with links, and don't tell me you don't like playing with links. I know you probably like at least once play with a link. Okay, scrolling social sidebar. That's when you have your content, the sidebars rolling up and down for them to share your content. SEO, you know what? I don't even know what that is. Shareaholic, I'm going to skip this SEO smart links because I don't even know what that is. Shareaholic, share buttons, analytics, related content. Shareaholic is really good. Those are the share links on the bottom of every single post. Simple Facebook comments. That's those are comments right under your blog post. When you're done with a blog post, you get a Facebook plugin where people can actually comment right from Facebook. Social Ladder is a bookmark outpost. Although I've been testing this, and I went into Social Ladder and I noticed it was not working, so I'm still testing it. Thank Me Later is after someone comments on your blog, they'll get an email from you, and you can say whatever you want. Hey, thank you for visiting my blog. Please come again, something like that. Video sidebar widgets are basically if you want to have, like, let's say you have testimonials from a few people, you put that widget there, and all the videos will show up on the side. Let's see here. WordPress footer ad is really good. Let's say you have, for me, I have an Instagram training. And so on the bottom of my blog is a footer. And I put some text in there, and people click on that. They like that. OnlyWire auto poster basically allows your visitors to post to OnlyWire. So one button, and they share it. WordPress user avatar, that's self-explanatory. It's your avatar. And YouTuber is another plugin for YouTube that allows you to, in your post, just put just the share link, and you don't have to worry about embedding it. So those are my plugins. Now let's get to the post. This is the fun part. You know, I got to tell you, so many people, they say blog every day, blog every day. And I got to tell you, I don't blog every day. What I focus on is putting out good content and syndicating it. So what does that mean? We're going to talk about syndication. I am really not going to get into how you post blog, how you post a blog post. However, I will tell you this. Every blog post that I do is keyword research. Now, those of you that are inside of network marketing, for the sake of this training, let's do a keyword. Okay. How about this? How to get traffic to my blog, since that's what we're talking about right now. Leave everything blank. Hit get ideas. Okay, there's keywords in here. You could add a comma to the top and add more keywords, and then click get ideas. And right over here it says keyword ideas. Click that. Loads up again. And then it shows you the keyword you picked. It gets 30 searches a month. Don't worry about the competition. Don't worry about the suggested bid. That's only for AdWords. What you're going to focus on is just your average monthly searches. Okay? All right. Now, here's a common mistake that most people make. As I'm scrolling down here, they give you suggested by Google. How to get traffic to your blog gets 320 searches a month. That's cool. That's something I would go after. How to get traffic to your website, 720. I may not go for that. I'll tell you why in a second. How to get more traffic to your blog, 170 searches a month. I may actually go after this one. Okay, it's really hard for your blog to go off, which we're going to talk about in about 2 seconds. What ends up happening, a lot of people go down here. It says here, website traffic. It's totally generic. And it's got 4,400 searches a month. When you go into Google and you type these keyword research, you type these keywords into Google, you're going to find that there's thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of pages with that keyword. And those that are in front on the first page of Google, guess what? They got a lot of traffic to their website. And they did a lot of work to get there, which I'm going to show you in 2 seconds. I like to go after anything under 400 searches a month. As a matter of fact, I'll even go after one that's under 200 because it's targeted. It's a small amount of traffic. You got less competition, and more likely you're going to end up, over time, end up on Google. So again, Google Keyword Planner, play with this thing. Don't go after anything that's 1,000, 500. Stick to something that's under 200. Believe me, you'll thank me later. Okay, so now let's get into the syndication as we close up. So let's go to one of my blog posts. Now with syndication, a lot of people say that if you blog more, you don't have to syndicate so much. You know, my good friend Ray Higdon said, if you blogged frequently, you wouldn't have to send so much traffic to one blog post. So many people emphasize on sending so much traffic to one blog post. If they were just to blog more frequently, they wouldn't have to worry about sending so much traffic to the blog post. That is true. Okay? But I'm going to teach you an easy way to syndicate so that you can get your blog posts out there. So once you're done posting your blog posts, okay, and if you notice in your blog post, you must make sure that you have your keyword, okay, keyword in the title, and your keyword. See, I'm giving you my keyword. Oh, okay. The keyword's got to be pretty much about almost about 5% of your article. I kind of give it away. I kind of give it away. Okay, I also throw a video with the same keyword, and then my tags are right here, and of course it's got my keyword right there. It's tags clue. About 5 have pictures. My pictures are also keyword. Load my picture into my post. I make sure I change it and I put my keyword. I name the photo my keyword. Okay, here's what I do. The first thing I just do the simple stuff. Pinterest. Again, guys, this is going to be a little slow, so bear with me. I already have a board inside of and you just cancel it because they're already okay. Google Plus, we're gonna leave Facebook. Okay, we're gonna post on Twitter. I love Twitter for this because so now I have a computer really slow, guys. Running the webinar and doing the syndication is a task. Okay. I love this part. Well, actually, all right. So now we're done with that. What I like to do is grab your first paragraph. Let's see. Your plugins. Your Shareaholic plugin right here with all your share buttons. Does not like auto. So in a later webinar, I'm going to actually go over Facebook. I'm going to go over Google Plus. I'm going to go over certain social networks. You have to be very careful on where you're posting to. And because of the time frame of this webinar, not really going to get into it. I'll do another webinar on that. Okay. So I wouldn't hit this button, but I would actually go into my Facebook account and you want to be in groups that are in your niche. If you're in network marketing, you want to make sure you're in network marketing groups. If you're in real estate, you want to be in real estate groups. If you are in you know, some form of IT, you're offering your services, make sure that you are in those type of groups that are IT, things like that, flower, if you're a florist, things like that. So, and what I do is I take my link, I take my paragraph actually, and you have to go very slow, ladies and gentlemen. Facebook, grab your link. Oops. Copy. Don't do this no more than 10 groups. 10 groups max, especially in the beginning. Facebook loves to watch you. And then you have the option, depending on how you set up your post, which I will talk about that in another webinar. You can change the photo. So if you got photos in your blog post, they'll come up here, and then you hit post. You do that to about 10 groups. That's it. Same thing in Google Plus. You go to Google Plus, they're called communities. You want to go into those communities and post them one by one. Make sure you read before you post. Make sure you read here, and make sure that the group allows you to post blog. Groups don't allow you to post anything, and you'll get thrown out of a group. I've got thrown out of many groups because I'll just read, okay? And same thing with the communities inside of Google Plus. Now that you have this, once you're done, you're gonna copy this whole thing, go over here, go back to your blog, click this green button, and go to LinkedIn. I love LinkedIn because it's very professional. It's a professional network. And if it's the same thing, you're in groups and you can post. And what I like about LinkedIn, they don't mind that you post in multiple groups with one tool. Just copy, paste, grab the title, copy, paste it in here. And then you can actually type out the groups. I think you can do up to like 15 groups or something like that. Something that you cannot do on Facebook or Google Plus. Again, I'm not going to share this because I already did. And then you just hit the share button. So you can hit multiple groups. So you guys, this does not take long. Once you have your OnlyWire set up to your blog post, it automatically shares to OnlyWire. Okay. Now, I talked about Wordpress.com, and there was a plugin that I use. It's called Jetpack. Jetpack will show up on the left here. Okay, it works with WordPress.com. And then you want to go to stats. I want to show you something here. Hold on one second, guys. Come on. Anyway, you can hit right here. Here it says site stats. Okay, so let's go. Let me show you something on that blog. Okay, here's when I put out that blog, 5 steps. Okay, so over here, it shows you how many views you got to your home page, to each and every single post, where your traffic came from, Google, Bing. See, I got searches coming from Google, Bing, all these different websites. Even shows me what links are being clicked inside of my blog. Really cool thing. It's called Jetpack. Once you set it all up, you can hit site stats, and it works with your WordPress.com. Now, another thing, there's 2 other tools that I use, and it's for backlinking. And what is a backlink? Basically, it's your link on someone else's website, and that's what's called a backlink. Your link is on someone else's website, linking back to where you want them to come to, which is your blog. One of them is called Social Monkey, okay? And how you can get that, let me just log in. You're going to submit a URL, real simple. Put your URL here, your title, and all you're going to do is just go over to your blog and just copy the article. Copy just the first paragraph. That's all I do. Copy this first part of the article. You put it in here. And then you put your tags. Your tags are your keywords. You may only have one, you may have four, whatever it might be. Check with your Google Keyword Planner. Change this over to business. And then you hit submit. You're done. That's it. You guys can grab this at georgelugojr.com/backlink. That's georgelugojr.com/backlink. One last one is Social Adder. I love this thing. Log this in here. This is a bookmarking tool. And basically you load up credits in here and it would throw out bookmarks. Bookmarks is another way of getting your links out there. So it says add a bookmark. Let's see here. Quick. And again, the same social monkey you're gonna do with here. Bookmarks. Oops. Gotta add a bookmark. So you're gonna hit add a bookmark. URL. You know, put your keywords here, your description, your category, business. Click save. Then you go into your share queue. Click on my business. Voila. Here it is right here. 25 submissions. You can set that up as much as you want. You can put 100 submissions, depending on you can set it up for as many submissions as you want. So if you load up 100 credits, and you want to use them little by little, okay, and you can pick this up at georgelugojr.com/bookmark. Again, georgelugojr.com/bookmark. Okay, let's see. So we've covered so far the website, which domain to use, which host to use that I recommend, which is the host is through GoDaddy. Another good host is also HostGator. That's a very good host as well. Uploading WordPress is pretty self-explanatory. We went over the theme and the header, welcome video, your offer, all the social websites, all the social networks that you're part of, your tabs, your content, all the different plugins, and how to syndicate your blog posts. Let's go back here. Okay, so I hope this this webinar has brought you some value. I covered a lot tonight in just a little over an hour. If you have any questions, I'm going to enable the questions box, Q&A. All right, enable the Q&A on the left-hand side of the screen. You can ask any questions, and I'll be here to answer them for you. We'll take it out in a couple of minutes. Answer your questions. If you guys have any, if you guys want to reach out to me, you can visit my blog at georgelugojr.com. You can email me at george@georgelugojr.com, or you can reach me on my cell phone at 917-603-8344. 917-603-8344. Give you guys a couple of seconds to ask any questions that you may have, and then we are wrapping this up. Gave you guys some really golden nuggets here. Yes, I'm gonna be doing another webinar, going over how to post, where to put your keywords. Talk about H2, H3 tags. That might sound like lingo right now, but it's really important if you're trying to rank on Google and all the different types of search engines out there. So I'll be talking about that. I'll get more in depth in keyword research, more laws and stuff like that, what you can't do, what you could do. So it's 10:21. We're just over an hour on this webinar tonight. Actually, an hour and 15 minutes approximately. So I'm going to wrap this webinar up. If you got some value from it, go ahead and comment and share. I always appreciate that. If you want more training like this, visit my blog at georgelugojr.com. And if you want to reach me, you can email me at george@georgelugojr.com. Or you can give me a call, my cell phone. Yes, I'm a real person. I'll pick up the phone, 917-603-8344. With that being said, this is George Lugo Jr. from Queens, New York, closing out this webinar tonight. See you in the next one. Take care. Have a great night.